All right, here we go, guys. So we are now on difficulty A, and the Royal Gardener can be pretty darn annoying, but in my opinion, this is the kind of the build that I used when I was doing it on my main account, and it's something like Wildberry, Tartatan, as well as with our Rockstar, our Snapdragon, and our Cream Puff. So this one, the main thing that has to happen is that Tartatan needs to use a full solid almond. You guys can go with rye. Rye is also an option. I don't think rye needs a full solid almond, but you know, it will depend on whether you can actually survive or not. For me, I usually use, or when I did it on my main account, I used full solid almond, and Tartatan was able to survive. Rockstar, full on swift chocolate, full juicy apple jelly, and full swift chocolate here. I went with attack, defense, and max HP, and then debuff resist. We are going with extra attack for attack speed. Actually do want to take this one here, so I will actually take this one out. Right, so I'm gonna go with attack speed instead of the attack. And then vampiric bite, we have fire type damage and damage reflected. If you do start taking a ton of damage from poison, then I do recommend taking out the fire type damage and probably putting in the poison damage received, because that will help out. We'll try this out. I don't know how well this will do on this account because it's not my main, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so I do recommend playing on 1 time speed, all right, just because of the fact that you don't know when your cookies are gonna die. You want to time Cream Puff as you know, as much as possible with when your cookies are pretty low. Your Wildberry is gonna take a lot of damage. All right, so sometimes you might have to you know, go and weaken the boss a little bit, like right here. Rockstar might die, hopefully not. Okay, it's because mainly of the defense down that you see here. All right, Wildberry, come on, stay alive with me. Cream Puff, heal, heal, heal. All right, good. Healing came through. Yeah, you can see even though it's a full solid almond, like, she takes a lot of damage. Wildberry actually might die here, yeah. So sometimes you just gotta have to weaken it, like, you know, or if you can, of course, increase the damage resist of your cookie here. Probably Wildberry will have to increase damage resist a little bit. All right, so we'll do that. So we increase the overall damage resist on Wildberry here. Let's say if your cookies are dying a little too fast and you can't even weaken it, then replace the epic scroll with the rare scroll, and it does help out a lot too. Switching out herb for Cream Puff is okay too. It's not a bad option. I like Cream Puff just because, you know, the consistent heal, sometimes it's just not enough to keep all your cookies alive from the vampiric bite and the poison damage. So I do like having just Cream Puff, because this boss bombards you with debuff. There's poison damage for the front cookie. There's the vampiric bite here, and then afterwards there's debuff defense down. So it's like, you know, there's so much debuffs that happen. But once you weaken it though, it's like, it's not that hard, because the weakening definitely like decreases the amount of damage you take. So you can see, compared to before, we're taking way less damage from the boss. This is way less damage than what we used to take. So in the end, sometimes you just have to take advantage of the weakening. Like, that's why you can refresh 6 times a day, right? And such. So they're giving you that extra 15% less damage every single time you weaken it. Then for something, yeah, you just go and clear it. About 10 million left. We should be able to beat this after the first weakening. Yeah. $2 billion. Again, Rye is another option here, but Rye and Tartatan are probably the two best ones to use. Instead of Wildberry, Mollisauce and Capsaicin are also decent option too. But Wildberry helps out with the damage resist, so there you guys go. Alright, so for the Swan, there are two different ways of beating this. You can use one where you use Shining Glitter, or there's one that you don't use Shining Glitter. So if you have Shining Glitter, then use Shining Glitter and Twizzly. If you don't have Shining Glitter, then use Clotted Cream and Twizzly. Alright, and then use Tartatan. So there's two variations of doing this. And you might need to take advantage of weakening here too, because you know, the Swan does do a ton of damage here. I'll do it without Shining Glitter. Again, if you have Shining Glitter, then use Shining Glitter instead of Clotted Cream, alright? But if you're gonna do it with Clotted Cream and Twizzly, then I recommend you take the Robe buff instead of the Whistle buff. And the reason why you want to take the Robe is because Clotted Cream and Twizzly's attack speed matters when they use their skill. Their skill takes forever to be finished. Their skill animation needs to be finished before it goes on cooldown. So you need to kind of rotate it quickly. That's the reason why we are using the Robe. So this is going to be the team that I'm going to use. All right. And the toppings are going to be Full Swift Chocolate, attack speed, and a cooldown. And if you guys can get some HP helps out. You don't need damage resist actually at all for the Swan. All right. So that's the thing. And then we got full on Swift Chocolate for Rockstar, focusing on if you could get about 5% crit, that should be the better one, but I'm just going to go with whatever is set up here. And then we got Tartatan. Tartatan is going to be the main damage dealer here. We got Full Singing Raspberry, Full Swift Chocolate for Twizzly, again attack speed and cooldown. If you can get some HP helps out as well. And then full on Swift Chocolate for our Cotton. Cotton is going to be the quote-unquote tanker for the team. All right, and the sheep are going to be the ones that it will get chained as well. For tactics, all right, let's go over to tactics here. Tactics, you need the bypass here. I would recommend you take the attack speed here, and then the healing if possible, and then the crit and the crit damage, and attack speed helps, or amplify buff, or attack. Any of these help. I would say actually we'll just go with the HP and defense. So here we go. One thing you want to try and time, if anything, is you don't want to overuse Twizzly and Clotted if you can. All right. So, like right here, you know, once you get that, if they are off of cooldown, then you don't want to overuse it. Usually, though, you probably won't have that problem. You can probably just, you know, just stack it. Just keep using it. If you guys are taking a lot of damage, then take the... Oh, right here. Yeah. I shouldn't have used Twizzly there. If you are taking a lot of damage, amplify buff, extra healing, all those also help out too. So, but usually Rockstar and... Oh, right there. Yeah, I died right there. Okay. Then you just gotta weaken the boss a little bit here. I kind of did mess up on the timing of Clotted and Twizzly a little bit. You don't want to mess it up too much because their cooldown is long, okay? So we'll just weaken the boss here a little bit, then we will go and take advantage of the weakening. Alright, use Twizzly's right there. Oh, wait. I messed up right there. Oopsies. Alright, but should be okay here, hopefully, because we are at weakening 1. Alright, good, yeah. We are at weakening 1, so we definitely take less damage. And I think right there on that chain, the sheep actually did tank for some of the damage, so... Twizzly, use your skill right there. Save Clotted Cream. Use clotted cream right here. Use Twizzly. Clotted cream, stun that. Twizzly come out here. Yeah, definitely taking a lot less damage after the weakening one here. Oh my goodness, I keep messing it up. Oh, the stun came through. Alright, normally I would have died right there. But didn't get. No, licorice magic candy has silence, not zap. Right, dude. The weakening saves you, man. The weakening saves you so badly. Here we go. I think we should be able to beat this one. I'm gonna cross my fingers. We're at 1,000,000. Come on, Tartatan. I need you to do the damage here. Almost there, almost there. Come on, Tartatan. 15 seconds. Take advantage of those attack speed buff. There we go. Come on, Tartatan. Yes, with the 4 seconds remain. There you go. All right. A lot easier if you do it with Shining Glitter, but there you guys go. Tartatan. Clotted Cream did decent amount of damage. I mean, it's a 4-star ascension too, so there you go. Next one, Dark Cacao. Dark Cacao one again. This one, you'll just have to use the light comp. If you do not have the light comp, there's a way to use T-Night as well. So you use Snapdragon, Pure Vanilla, and T-Night with 2 cookies that are like, you know, that are common. And then you have those 2 commons die right away. And then you take advantage of T-Night with the Robe, Scroll, Jelly Watch, or Whistle, Scroll, and Jelly Watch. Something like that. You guys can do that way too. It is a possibility. But for this one, Queen of Man is going to most likely need full on Solid Almond for most of you guys. Alright, so tactic, attack speed. We take the either amplify buff or debuff resist, depending on what you want to do. Damage with extra attack speed. And then for this one, actually, I'm actually going to get rid of the attack and amplify buff. Put the light one. And we'll get rid of this one. Then put this. So it would depend. Attack, if you want to get debuff resist, you can take debuff resist. Amplify buff if you want to. Healing, you can take healing too. If you really need it, then the injury is okay too. But because of the fact that this one is going to be a challenge stage, sometimes it's just going to be a little bit harder. So if you run out of time on this one, what you want to do probably is you want to weaken the boss, and then instead of Snapdragon, you might want to take someone like Pomegranate. And if you can weaken it to a point, then, and you guys are taking the injury one, get rid of the injury tactic and then use something else.
Light, protect me. I will not falter. Light, protect me.
Here we go.
I will not falter. I will not falter.
Ah.
Light, protect me. I will not falter. I will not falter. Light, protect me. I will not falter.
Just gotta make sure you time Pure Vanilla skill properly. or your Queen of Man will die.
Light, protect me! I will not falter! I will not falter!
Whoa!
I will not falter!
Here.
Light, protect me! I will not falter!
I actually don't think I need to take advantage of the weakening here.
I will not falter! Light,
Yeah, I
protect
did it.
me.
Sometimes you just get lucky. Alright, and you might not even need to. There you guys go. Queen of Man and Madeline. Dude, Queen of Man still does a lot of damage. 8-4 is the Dreamer. Alright, Dreamer. Crit is very important. So I'm using Rockstar as well as the Scythe. Alright, so we got one-shotted. Alright, so we're taking right here the Wallberry instead to tank. And then we'll take Latte, Tartatan, Cream Unicorn as well as Rockstar. The same treasures. Toppings, just full on solid almond. Toppings, Swift Chocolate, Swift Chocolate, Swift Chocolate, Raspberry, and Swift Chocolate here. And the tactics, we're taking attack, crit damage, defense, attack speed, extra damage for attack speed, healing, and attack speed here. And let's go. Alright, there we go. At least Wallberry doesn't get one-shotted. Again, if your cookies are dying, then take advantage of the weakening. You'll just have to do it. But Green Unicorn usually does pretty well in healing our cookies. Oh, please. Go Rockstar, heal, heal, heal. Alright, there we go. That does a lot of damage, but Rockstar and Cream Unicorn should be able to heal. Go. Cream Unicorn's heal here is really good. And also on top of that, we do have the extra damage resist from both Cream Unicorn as well as Wallberry too. So there you go. Yeah. Make sure you use something like Wallberry in here. Alright, the Choco Warehound Princess. The most, I'll probably say this is the most annoying stage. And you have to use the stun. But man, sometimes the stun too, you just don't RNG and boom, you just die. So just have to hope and pray that your cookie's stun. We're using full on raspberry, but if your brute is dying, then probably take full almond in my opinion. We got raspberry, almond, juicy apple jelly. You can take raspberry or solid almond, doesn't matter. Full on Swift Chocolate, robe, scroll, and jelly watch. Tactics here. Attack speed, we got the damage, debuff, attack speed, crit damage, attack, HP, and defense. Oh yeah, Pinecone, try to take at least 2.8% cooldown because you want to use Pinecone's skill as soon as possible. Alright, if you don't, then yeah, there's a chance that you just might not be able to stun Brute in time. Our Brute died here. So that can happen too. If that happens, then just accept it. Alright. And we'll just go and take weakening debuff as much as possible here. Alright, here we go. We're gonna take advantage of Snapdragon. To heal our Brute. of that attack buff. Alright. Yeah. Damage resist helps out, and then a little bit of the debuff resist helps for the regular stuns that happen. Attack buff helps out a little bit. So, yep, there we go. I think at a certain point, once you have the weakening, you don't even need the paper charm. You could probably just go with the robe and then get rid of werewolf, put in snapdragon. So once you have a certain weakening, just use double healer and beat it that way. If you really want to take the charm, take the charm. If you can also take the robe instead, I would say. Robe will probably make it faster. Now on to 8-6. This one. We're going to use prune juice. Actually, instead of you can use cotton or you can use snapdragon, I would say. Either one of them. And then rockstar as well as pomegranate or again snapdragon here. And then pincushion as well as a scroll and a jelly watch. Here we go. Pomegranate is only really used here because of the fact that pomegranate allows the extra attack buff for our cookies. This pomegranate here, so damage resist definitely helps out in keeping rockstar alive here. All right, now it's gonna come down to can you do enough damage? Make sure to at least use one of your healer's ability when Stardust does the dive. Because if not, then you will die. Alright, we'll get to weakening 1, I think, with this much damage. Once you guys get to 86, you guys can use a team like this where you have licorice as well as prune juice. Before you guys go on to this one where you have like 0 weakening, then I do suggest switching out someone like our licorice here for someone like cotton or someone like snapdragon with full swift chocolate and decent amount of damage resist. Alright, but the toppings that I have right now is full on swift chocolate for rockstar, full on searing raspberry for prune juice. We got full swift chocolate for pomegranate, and then full swift chocolate for our licorice. And the tactics are going to be attack, crit damage, attack speed. When you guys don't have any weakening and you guys are taking a lot of damage, then I do suggest taking out the attack speed and then put in the defense and max HP. And then the next one is the attack speed right over here. Later on, if you guys don't get the weakening and you guys want to, you know, increase your survivability, I'd suggest taking this one out and putting in the healing maybe. And then we got poison damage, summon creature and summon creature because both prune juice and licorice are taking advantage of, you know, summon units. And then we got the pincushion as well as the scroll and the jelly watch. So here we go. I think we should be able to do this one now. All right, guys. So here we go. Something that you do want to try to do is, you know, not use your skill too much when, you know, Stardust is on that invulnerability. In the beginning, it's not too bad to use your skill because, you know, your summoned creatures will still be active because of the pincushion as well as the, you know, the extra buff. All right, but make sure to try to use one of the healing skill when Stardust does go up into the air because that is going to do quite a lot of damage here. All right. All right, and once that's gone, we're going to use licorice. Licorice does help out in survivability as well because licorice does have the extra quote-unquote defense increase as well, which is not too bad. All right, in keeping some of your cookies alive. All right. Definitely my cookies would have died there if this boss was not weakened. Alright. And here we go. Use pomegranate's heal right there. Wow, licorice is almost dead. That was very, very close. Alright. Try to save Rockstar's healing here. Okay, we're gonna use that one there, and then once he goes up in there, we're gonna use pomegranate. All right, come on, come on, come on. Okay, nope, not the invincibility. It's gonna be the jump. So we're gonna use the heals. All right, come on. Alright, that one I probably should have waited a little bit, but not too much of a problem. Here we go. We're gonna save pomegranate skill for the dive. Actually, we're gonna use it here. And then we're gonna time this one. All right. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, this invincibility is so annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, so annoying. All right, hopefully we can beat this one here. It's gonna get very, very close. 5 million, 3 million, 2 million. And wow, okay, there we go. With 12 seconds remaining. And that was the one. All right. So sometimes, again, in a lot of the difficulty A stage that I've done so far on this account, you're going to need to take advantage of weakening in most parts. If you can't, get to certain parts, you just have to try to weaken it, try to take less damage, and then switch out your healer cookies for cookies like pomegranate, cookies like snapdragon, another damage dealer cookie, and things like that. So there you guys go. All right, and the last one, A7, is going to be the Caprus again. This one's could be pretty annoying too, but here we go. All right, we're gonna try using the Night and Milk with the weakening one, and then we're gonna take out the herb now and just put in Rockstar and Snapdragon and Tartatan with the robe instead of the whistle. Topping Swift Chocolate, Swift Chocolate, Swift Chocolate, and then Solid Almond. We got Swift Chocolate, Tactics, Defense, HP, Crit. We got Debuff Resist, extra damage for attack speed. We got the healing, the attack speed, damage from burn decrease, and then fire type damage. Right, here we go. Right, the reason why we want to have the 2 taunt is so that we can quickly get rid of the stacks from this Caprus with the taunt, and then the cooldown will definitely help in allowing us to rotate around the skills quickly. All right. And then Rockstar's heal is relatively strong for us, so. Right, the stun came through, which kind of saved our butt right there. Because when this gauge increases, it does way more damage to our cookies, so. Alright. Rockstar, I need you to stay alive here. Keep us alive. Come on, Knight. Go and stun that. Yep, there we go. God, Tartatan's attack speed is so fast right now. Crazy. And then not only does attack speed help using Tartatan's skill a lot faster, but it also helps in our cookies heal as well. So the main healers, they heal a lot faster when their attack speed is increased as well. So, but man, look how fast Tartatan gets out of the cooldown, even though she has a 9-second. Oh, stay alive, stay alive. Taunt, taunt, taunt. Yep, there we go. I think we should be able to beat this at weakening 1 here with the rare scroll. Stun here, and I think it's done. Yeah, there you go. If you're surviving enough, then use the epic scroll there too. And there we go. Tartatan. Our knight is level 72. So there you go. Finally done with difficulty A. That is not on my main account. And then S1, I'll post a separate video on. And then S2, I'll have to post a separate video because it takes way too long to actually do this. So there you go.